Howdy, Rick Bowman, and we're back. And I think in the previous videos, if you had an opportunity to watch them, we've kind of discussed on what doesn't work and what most people think does, but I think we've kind of shown that these things just don't work. I've kind of laid out a little bit about my background and why I'm an expert in this area. So what I'd like to do is move on to the next subject, and let's get into the meat of this. Let's sit down and really go through the material on how do you buy a car. And I've got a pretty unique approach on how I'm going to address this. Matter of fact, I don't even think it's been done before in this way. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to eliminate a lot of negative advice. I'm out. Okay, that's one of the main reasons why I'm doing this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you the truth. Now, I hate certain phrases. I hate the hidden truth, secrets revealed, insider, and you're going to find that these words are used all the time out there when you're on the internet and you're looking for the information. Okay? We're not going to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to explain this, and I'm going to break this course or this video series up into two parts. And the first part that really makes this unique is nobody has ever bothered to explain how dealerships function as a business. They've never bothered to explain how does a dealership profit? How does the sales department make money? Why is it possible that a dealership could sell you a car at $3,500 below invoice and still make money? And believe me, I did this on a weekly basis. During my career, it was not something that to me was difficult, but it took the specific customer. So what we're going to do is the first half of this is going to refer to the different departments and how they profit. When you have this knowledge and you understand why a dealership would take a certain action, the how really becomes easy. And the subjects that we're going to talk about in the first one, so that you have a pretty good understanding of it, is sales. How does the sales department make money? How does the finance department make money? How does a dealership make money on leasing? And is leasing for you? Is it better to lease or purchase? How a trade-in's appraised, and that's a huge subject, okay? How the selling system works and the selling process works. These are designed by the dealerships, okay? And they've been in existence for 20, 30 years. They are not changing. They are not going away. So my philosophy, again, is a little bit different. Why fight it? Okay, why not understand it? And then we'll get into research and preparation before you actually go out and start to do some of this stuff. The second half is going to be how to apply that knowledge. Once you understand why it's possible to do something, it becomes much easier to know how to apply it. Okay? And we're going to take that knowledge that we learned in the first section of this video series, and we're going to apply it in a step-by-step fashion of what we know. And I'm even going to cover one chapter that I'm going to spend quite a bit of time on this, is how to buy a car with bad credit. During my career, I spent a good portion of that as probably one of the top subprime finance guys, and subprime is what the banks refer to it, people that just don't have all that great a credit, especially with the way the economy and things is now. Right now, it's a big subject, and it's one that's kind of near and dear to me. I found out that all you need to do is have one thing go wrong in your life, and you could be on that bad credit bandwagon. It doesn't mean that you're a bad person. It just means that something bad happened to you, and you're probably a good person. I found that to be very, very true in my career. So I'm going to spend a lot of time on that subject and see if we can help some people out there. So that kind of gives you a layout of what we're going to do, and we're going to kick it off in the next video with exactly how does a dealership profit and operate, and we're going to break it down into segments. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for listening to this one.